Sup y'all, bringing you guys another video. So what do you guys think about a fight between Vasyl Lomachenko and Shakur Stevenson? Before I get more into the video, I just want to say thank you. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe for more boxing and please hit that like button. It helps out the video, it helps out the channel, I'd really appreciate it. So like I was saying, Shakur versus Loma. It's a good fight in my opinion. It's a good fight and it looks like we might actually see it in the future. Maybe. The photo you guys are looking at is a photo from, I think this was 3 years ago. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think it was 3 years ago when Shakur sparred with Lomachenko. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, I think it was definitely 2-3 years ago. Because Shakur was still starting off and people, were saying pretty cool to see Shakur and Loma sparring, giving Shakur the experience he needs to become a better fighter. And look where Shakur is at right now. Undefeated, former champion, now competing at 130. And, a top contender at 130 pounds. And, yeah, it looks like this fight might happen at 130 if it happens. If you guys don't know, Lomachenko, his manager, Agis Klimas, was recently interviewed by Boxing Scene, and he revealed that Lomachenko, is getting well. If you guys didn't know, he had surgery after the Teofimo Lopez fight, and he goes on to say he's already running and started training little by little, and he'll get back in the ring as soon as possible. The doctor told him he can start full training even with his shoulder, doing push-ups and pull-ups by the end of January. Then he goes on to talk about what can we do. We can't force them into a rematch if they don't want to have one. And the reason they don't want the rematch is because they don't want to lose. I don't know about that, man. I mean, Teofimo beat Lomachenko. And it was Lomachenko's fault for not letting his hands go in the first 6 rounds. So, anyway, here's the big one. He goes on to say, Klimas goes on to say, maybe he goes back to 130. It depends. If we can get a good fight at 135 pounds, Loma would like to stay at 135. If there is no good fight at 135, then we will move to 130. At 130, 135, there are big names and good fights, so there are very good possibilities. So, it looks like there's a chance that Lomachenko will move back down to 130 pounds. In my opinion, I think Loma can easily make 126, to be honest. I think he's I would say he would be a much better fighter at 126. I think those guys would probably be more of his size, in my opinion. But, here he is competing at 135, 130, possibly 130 next. And Shakur, if you follow him on social media, he went on to say this. He said, if Loma is at 130, fuck a belt. Next fight, we can do that next. I'm with it. And if y'all really feel that the weight was an issue, and the fans calling for this fight, let's do it. And he put on Top Rank Boxing, who promotes both of them. So the way I look at it, it's an easy fight to make because both fighters are under the same promotional company. The only thing that would stop this fight from happening is if both fighters can't agree on anything, or one of them's not interested to fight each other, the other. So obviously Shakur is interested. And I know both fighters don't hold the belt at 130, which is fine. It's still a big fight in my opinion. I think it would be. Former champion, former Olympians, 2 fighters who had great amateur backgrounds. Obviously, one fighter's a little older, one's a little younger, but still makes for a great fight in my opinion. If you look at the rankings at the moment at 130 pounds, Shakur is ranked number 1 for the WBO because he was a former champion. He's waiting on Jamel Herring versus Carl Frampton. If you guys don't know, there's a good chance that we'll see that fight in the first half of next year. He's waiting on that, or he's waiting on the winner of Miguel Berchelt versus Oscar Valdez. 130 is actually a pretty damn good division. So was 135, of course, but 130 is damn pretty good. So, they can make it happen. They can make it happen. I think Top Rank should just do it. Might as well. Let's see how good Shakur Stevenson is right now at this point in his career. He's still young, still learning, still improving. Not in his prime yet, in my opinion, but it would definitely be a very interesting clash of styles and boxing match between Lomachenko and Shakur. I'd love to see it, man. I think they should just make it happen right now, while Lomachenko can still, compete against the top fighters. Because even though Lomachenko lost to Teofimo Lopez, he's still a spectacular boxer in my opinion. I think he can still beat a lot of these boxers out there at 130, 126, or 135, in my opinion. So I say do it. Do it. Hopefully Top Rank's listening to Shakur, and hopefully they actually at least attempt to make it. So let me know what you guys think. Let me know your thoughts. Thank you so much for listening and watching. Don't forget to hit that like button if you haven't yet. Please don't forget to subscribe if you haven't yet. Please, and like always, have a great day. All right, thanks.